Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to episode 4 of So Talk with Sue. I am your hostess, Sue O'Very, and just a heads up, there are a ton of airplanes going over my head. I've been trying to hold off and not do the filming, but I gotta tell you, I've been waiting pretty much like 2 hours, and I finally am just gonna give up. So the other thing is you might hear my dog Kiwi. Yeah, you might hear her little nails clipping and clicking on the floor. You may not even hear any of this, but if you do hear any of these things, just know that I work out of my house and I happen to be right over the direct path to Tampa International Airport. So, I mean, that's kind of fun, but not really. It gets really old. And you know what's funny is when people come over to our house, they say, oh wow, you have the, you can hear the airplanes, and it's like one of those things where you don't even recognize it, you don't realize it until somebody points it out, or until you're filming. Anyways, welcome, and today I have a question to pose for you all. I'm curious, how long have you been sewing? Now, sewing can be everything. It can be garments, purses, machine embroidery, whatever, quilting. So I would just be curious to know, leave that in the comments below, let me know. Today, there's actually going to be an additional topic. We've already been doing it, but I haven't really recognized it as an actual topic. So today, starting today, we are going to do 4 topics. Maybe it's in celebration of episode 4. I don't know. So the 4 topics are going to be what's hot, sneak peek, the sewing tip of the week, and of course, we will end off the presentation, the episode of the evening. We will end it off with the notion of the week. So I am going to wrap this part up, and without further ado, let's get started. Did you hear the dog? Did you, like, literally, she just shook her whole body. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now that I've added the what's hot topic, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Hexi stripe. I have really loved hearing the comments and some really cool ideas for future stripe type projects, so keep them coming. But this is the Hexi stripe. It comes in 2 different sizes, and I also made another one with some Tula pink fabric. This is going to be the actual project that we make at a shop really soon coming up. I love this fabric, and look at this cork. It's really pretty. So the bag is fully lined, and on the back side there is a pocket. So if you haven't already, head over to the website and get the Hexi stripe in the hoop zipper bag. Okay, now let's do the sneak peek. Okay, the sneak peek is called the Hexi coin purse. So definitely over the last few weeks you have seen a theme of Hexis. So how cool is that? I've been listening to you all and finally getting some Hexi work done. So this is a really cool project. It is all made in the hoop with the exception of a little bit of hand stitching along the top, and then of course the hand stitching that is here at the base of the project, which is all hidden inside. So the project is done in 2 hoopings. That means you will actually construct the back of the coin purse first, and then with the magic of the second hooping, you will slip the back part up into the front part, and voila, the whole project will be finished. It's a really cool project. You're gonna learn some cool tricks with applique and some, how to finish it off really good. And I'm just really excited about this. I can't wait to hear what you all think of it. So again, this is called the Hexi coin purse. I'm going to include a link at the top of the description so that you can go ahead and order some of the frames for you now. So yeah, go ahead and order those so that you have them ready. They come in just a couple days through Amazon. You of course can check with your local shop, or maybe Joann's has them. And check out all these beautiful Hexi coin purses that my sample makers created. I am in love. What do y'all think? So that is the sneak peek of the week. Let's go ahead and talk about the tip of the week. Okay, the tip of the week is actually about tape. So in my In the Hoop projects, I talk about tape a lot. In fact, my favorite is simply a clear adhesive tape. You can just say Scotch tape, but something that is a clear adhesive means that you can see right through it, and and I'll tell you my reasons why I like that in a moment. But there are some other tapes that I do like. OESD has this tear away, and it's supposed to be wash away. I can never get it to wash away, but there is like a little white tape like this that I use often. And then of course there's painter's tape. You know, it's just a low adhesive tape that you can get from everywhere. I mean, you can get this at Walmart and Target, Home Depot, you know, anywhere you can get this tape from. And the reason I like this is because it's low adhesive, so as you're putting it on your fabrics, it doesn't leave any gummy residue. So those are the kind of tapes that I use primarily. But the one I'm going to talk about two right now. And let's say that we were making the little tag in the hoop. This is the new luggage tag. In fact, I was stitching the heart shape. You can kind of see my heart shape forming here. And when we're all finished with stitching the decorative front here with the little, there's like a little ID patch inside here, you are going to want to put some tape over top of this little ID patch. And the reason why is because, here you go, because you can actually get that caught in your presser foot if you're not careful to keep your presser foot away from it. So the two tapes that I would probably use for that would be one of these. But again, when you're doing like the outside stitching here, I would use the clear. And the reason why I go back and forth is because anything where the stitching, the tape may perhaps get caught in the stitching, I use the clear tape. But if it's something like this little front area here where the stitching most likely won't get caught, I will use one of these lower adhesive, like low residue tapes. But in this case, I would probably tape more toward the inside of the window here, because we are going to come back around and do like a final stitching. So a little of that may get caught into it. Whereas like the blue, if I put blue tape on this, I would pretty much say that that blue, you're going to see that blue forever and ever in your project. So I tend to avoid the painter's tape on the front of a project unless I know for sure it's not going to get caught. Okay, now let's turn it to the wrong side. This is where I really want to discuss what is going to happen. So here's the thing. If you use your painter's tape on the back of whatever it is your project is, and for this one we've already finished our stitching here, and now we need to come back and put our vinyl for the back side. And just so you know, there is a complete video that shows you how to make the luggage tags. So if you use the painter's tape, sometimes, and I don't know, has this happened to you, but let's say we put this on here, the tape actually starts to peel while you're stitching. The tape gets caught on the bed of the machine. So that is a no-no for me. I do not like using that tape for the back of my hoop. The same thing goes for this lightweight, this like the tear away, wash away stuff. I feel like as soon as I start to stitch, the bed of my machine gets hooked up on that tape, and that to me is a no-no as well. So on the back of a hoop, every single time, if you ever watch my videos, I always use the clear adhesive tape. And let me show you my little trick, and this is truly, we're talking about tapes today, I'm just going to straighten this up, but truly this is the tip of the week. Instead of just placing your tape like across the top here, and I can tell you that this clear tape is not going to get caught up on the bed of the machine. Very rarely. It never happens to me, but I've heard a few people say it does. Here's the tip. Take your tape and extend it past the project and push it on to the plastic of the hoop. Now it appears that I'm running out of tape here, so I'm just going to put a little here, and just the whole idea is that you're putting it on the, extending it past the material, past the stabilizer, and placing it onto the plastic of the hoop. Okay, whoop, looks like that is it for my tape. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put some here. I'm going to extend it, make sure it's extended, and I'm going to put some right here and make sure it's extended. So I'm not worried about that little bit right there. And you know what? If I was, I could technically use a little piece of that, but I am more confident that this isn't going to go anywhere because I have put the clear adhesive tape onto the plastic of the hoop. So that is your tip of the week. I'm going to go ahead and stitch this just to make sure all is good and I can show it to you. So I'm going to come back in just 2 seconds. So there we go, and just take a quick look at the back here, and you'll notice that that tape did not budge. And again, the tip of the week is having your clear tape extend beyond the material and beyond the stabilizer and push it right on to the plastic of the hoop. So there you go. And here, the little window, I just wanted to show you how it didn't get caught up in the stitching, which is great. And I'm just going to use a little straight pin here just to kind of help remove that. So easy peasy. And we can take this out of the hoop now. And as far as like the little bit of extra getting caught on the plastic of the hoop, not to worry, just remove it. And really, when you're finished with this particular project, it's super easy. Just rip around the stabilizer, and then you can come back in and cut this. I'm just going to use these scissors since they are handy real quick. But this is one of those projects that if you're looking to make a fast last-minute gift for somebody, wow, these are a winner. They come in different shapes and stuff too, so you can check that out. But really, like I said today, I really just wanted to talk about how to use that clear tape on the back of your hoop when you're doing in the hoop projects. Okay, so now on to the notion of the week. And the notion for the day is actually a bamboo point turner. This is a notion that I use a lot, and I talk about it in my videos and in my instructions. And I like it versus the plastic point turner. I have discovered like over the years, because the bamboo is a natural product, obviously it's a natural fiber, a natural source, and because of that, it will absorb moisture and it will also put off steam. So for example, if I steam over top of my bamboo point turner, it now has moisture inside it. Isn't that cool? And so now what does that do for you? Well, when you are taking and pointing corners using the pointed end, it will actually kind of infuse the fibers of the fabric with the moisture from the bamboo point turner. And then the other end is exactly the same, except it's got the curve. So this is going to be really great for your curves. So let's go ahead and go over exactly how this is going to work. I'm going to show you, these are exactly the same thing. All these little guys there is a corner, and then a curve. So actually a corner, corner, and then a curve. So I'm going to just turn this right side out, and what I'm going to use for that though is my easy point and turner, and I'll have a link in the description for this as well, and also a video so you can watch like the full demonstration of this. And one day this might be the notion of the day, but not right now. Got to get in there with the bamboo point turner. And where I really use this is, okay, first of all, this one, I'm going to demonstrate how you would just use this by itself. No extra steam or anything. You know, so it's just, this you could do with a lot of things, not necessarily the bamboo portion of it, but we're just using it to point the corners nice and crisp, and then the rounded curve inside we use that. In fact, and this is a really tiny hole. I didn't really think this one through very well. That's a tiny hole. But so now we could just use the rounded end for the curve part. Okay, and then I'm just going to press it. So that's with nothing. That's no steam or anything. So now the first thing I want to show you is like if we just add steam to this, there's a couple things you can do with it. Now it has got a little bit of heat to it. You could use this to smooth out your creases, your seams. So if you need to like finger press something, you could also use the bamboo point turner for that. But again, you wouldn't just use it by itself. You would take your steam iron and steam over top of it. The water from the steam, would be infused into the bamboo fibers, and then it would actually help it lay even more crisp. Okay, so now this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use the easy point and turner to turn this right side out. And I will just talk about this for just 2 seconds. This is great, like as you can see, if you're trying to turn a tiny area right side out, that guy is fantastic for that. If you haven't purchased one of these yet, this is a really wonderful addition to any sewer's room. Bag makers, garment makers, in the hoop projects, everybody can use that. And then I'm going to come back with the rounded end,
and I'm gonna smooth them out. So,
oh my gosh, see? The dog just keeps doing stuff and making noises.
with the rounded end, I'm gonna smooth them out. This is exactly how I would approach this. And now, you can press it, but I wouldn't press it at this point. What I would do is I would do one thing at a time. I'm not gonna press, or give steam to both ends, the pointed and the round. I'm only gonna give steam to the pointed end. And be careful, it does have steam in it. And now, you can feel the moisture from the bamboo point turner into your fabric, and then pushing it into the corner is just great. Now here, I'm gonna show you on this corner. The other cool thing you can do is you want to keep your hands away from this, but you can, if you want to get like a perfect crease, a perfect corner in something, you can put that bamboo point turner inside the item and then steam it. Can you see that? Look how perfect that point is. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. So here it is, with just pointing it. Okay, and now I'm going to push it into the corner. I'm going to steam it, and I don't know if you can see, but it immediately, I'm actually exaggerating it. I'm pushing it really hard, and you can see how it created like a little curve, and that's because I was pushing it really hard. I wanted to show you how cool it is. Now this crease right here, this seam right here, hasn't been pressed out yet either, so I'm going to give some steam to my bamboo point turner, put this up inside, and I'm gonna come across here on that seam, and already you can see how it kind of flattened out that seam. And then once you come back, it lays even better. So this is just a really great tip, like I said, for corners. And I mean, we use this, I say we, but I use this trick all the time in pretty much every video that I've done that uses a point turner. I prefer the bamboo point turners. Okay, now I've got this end, and now let me find my opening. Okay, it took me a little while to find the opening. So here we go. Give it some steam. And now I'm going to, as fast as I can, because my steam is running out on me. Same thing, going around that curve. And then if you wanted to, you could add some steam right in there, and then kind of go real quickly through the material, and a final good little press right there, and that will give us the best possible pressing. And I know it might be difficult to see here. This is the one that did not have the bamboo point turner with the steam, and this one is here. So this is the one on the right hand side that had the steam, and I'm just going to try and do a little zoom in of this, but you can actually see how it's still kind of puffy. So it did it, obviously it pressed, but this one is just like perfectly flat. I'm not sure if you can really see the difference. Like if you were to kind of visually measure the distance, this one's definitely puffier, and therefore the bamboo point turner definitely, with the steam, helped the materials lay a lot nicer. I can especially feel it on the curve. This one's just nice and smooth, and this one's like a little puffy. So anyways, like I said, today's notion of the week is the bamboo point turner. I'll have a link in the description, and we are also doing a giveaway with one of these, so be sure to leave comments in the description. The giveaway will be announced 24 hours after this video is posted, and I will give the announcement. It'll be announced right at the top of the comments after the 24 hours. So how about that? What did you think of this week? Was there anything new that you learned, or was it fun to see some sneak peeks? I am really excited to hear what you all have to say in the comments below. And just to recap, we did the what's hot, we did the sneak peek, we did the sewing tip of the week. That's actually a really great tip. It's something that I talk about a lot, but perhaps you don't really, you kind of skim through some of the instructions, or maybe you skim through the videos, and that's a really good tip. So definitely use that one and share it with your friends. And then of course the last thing was the notion of the week. Now I could not find a sponsor for this, so this is going to be a gift from Embroidery Designs to one of my lucky winners.
Did you hear the boing? That's the boing of the doorstop at the front door, and Kiwi boings that when she's trying to let us know that it's time to go, if you know what I mean. So this is going to be an unsponsored gift from us to you, and I will ship it worldwide. We are going to give 24 hours for you to leave comments and let me know what you think of it. And if it's something that you already have, great. Let us all of us hear about it. Let us all hear what you think of it. And yeah, I'll pick a winner 24 hours approximately after this video has uploaded. If you are watching this as a replay, thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate it. And just as a friendly reminder, if there are any links in the description, they are most likely an affiliate link, and all that means is that if you decide to click on that link and make a purchase, that our family business will get a tiny portion of the sale at no extra cost to you. So it's kind of a win-win. And then last but not least, don't forget to follow me. You are obviously watching me somewhere, but you can also, of course, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the little dinger button, because that's truly what gives you the alerts and lets you know that a video is about to happen or it just happened. And then, of course, I want you to join my weekly newsletter and follow me on Instagram. And last but not least, come have fun with us over at my Facebook fan club. And you can find me everywhere at Embroidery Designs. Well, I hope you all enjoy this week, and until I see you next week or maybe sooner on another video, I hope you have a creative day. Bye-bye.